Hey, welcome back to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Horn. If you're familiar with the channel, you know the score here. I talk about VHS tapes, cult movies, comics, games, the writing life, cartoons, action figures, and a bunch of other stuff that scratches a retro itch. I'm the author of a book called VHS Ain't My Brain, and VHS Ain't My Brain, the revised edition, and the new one, VHS Ain't My Brain 2, The Revenge, which is out now. I can't believe this is out finally. So if you didn't see my celebration stream, which is an hour long, do go check that out on the channel. It was a nice personal one. It was nice to see people on there coming, interacting. I really appreciated that. So do go check that out. It has a full lowdown about the new book and all the stuff around it. So I'm really grateful to everyone that came along to it, and I am ever so grateful to everyone that has checked out the new book and really embraced it so far. So I knew the first one, it was quite well loved by a lot of people, judging by the messages I got from all over the world for so many years. So I was a bit curious to see how this one would be accepted. So I'm really, really grateful to everyone that has checked it out. If you haven't checked it out yet, there is a link down below in the video description. And speaking of the new book, I would like to say thank you to the people that put me on the bestsellers list. I say the bestsellers list, it's the Amazon bestsellers in British film history list. And I'm number 4, picked at number 4 today on that list. So it fluctuates, it goes all over the place, but I am pleased that I got to number 4 and charted it all. Granted, it does mean that in the overall Amazon charts, the book is like number 110,000 and something, but hell, bestsellers in British film history, I'm taking that as a win. So thank you to everyone that's checked it out so far. I really hope you're enjoying it. This was an interesting ride to put together. Had some ups and downs in the creation of it, just through life and health, physical health, mental health, things going on at home, lots and lots of work going on. It's been an interesting ride putting this one together. I did hope to have it out sooner in the year, but it is out now, and it's doing really well. By my standards, it's doing well, and I'm ever so grateful for that. So if you haven't checked it out yet, do check it out down below. I've put links to Amazon UK and Amazon US down below, but you can find it on any Amazon at the same equivalent price in your local currency. So if you'd like to check it out, please do. On that note, there will be an omnibus edition as a Kindle book. So I'm fully aware that at present there's no version of VHS Ain't My Brain available digitally. So the reason the original one was taken down is because it had some errors and it didn't have as much material in it. So, and the reason that there isn't currently a digital edition of the revised edition of VHS Ain't My Brain, or the new one, VHS Ain't My Brain 2, The Revenge, that's just because I wanted the initial release of those to be physical only, much like tapes. But I know there is demand for a Kindle version of this, so there will be a omnibus edition of those books, the revised edition of VHS Ain't My Brain and the new one, The Revenge. I'm doing them together because I don't want to fleece people. I don't want to spread it out too far. I like the idea of an omnibus, so everything from those 2 volumes, which complement each other really well, is in there together at one price. So if you want the paperbacks, go check those out. But look out soon. If you'd prefer a digital version, there will be an omnibus with both books in there over the next couple of months, probably before the end of the year, along with a new digital-only release from me, which is just short stories and flash fiction, clearing out stuff I've written that I haven't published elsewhere. So that's an exciting thing to come as well. So I'm really looking forward to that too. But thank you so much again for checking out VHS Ain't My Brain 2, The Revenge. It means the world. After I put so much effort into these things, it is not easy writing a book, especially something that has a autobiographical element to it, because it always ends up getting a little tough to write. So thank you for joining me on this journey. Speaking of new stuff, there will be a VHS Ain't My Brain podcast once again. I had previously tried this out in the early days of my channel, but it didn't work out that well. So now things are up and running here on YouTube. I'm turning back to doing a podcast as well, and it will cover the same sort of things the books do. So life as a tape head, loving particular things. Sometimes there'll be guests on, mainly it'll just be me, but sometimes there'll be guests on talking about their own experiences and their own movies that inspired them to take hold of them on a cassette. And there will be a weekly feature where I talk about this week's rental, what I would rent at the weekend. So look out for that very, very soon. And I mean, by soon, I mean within like the next week or so, if that. This is going to be there's going to be a really quick turnaround on this, so do look out for this to arrive soon, wherever you get your podcasts. It's going to be on Spotify and Audible and Amazon Music and things like that, all the usual places. So look out for that soon. So thank you very much for that. So what else are we going to talk about tonight? What else can I talk about other than going on a tape hunt? You know, it's been a few weeks since I did one of those, with finishing the book and then doing the launch of it and that sort of thing. And on the launch event, I went and looked at some recent VHS news, but we've not had a tape hunt in a couple of weeks. There will be some different material coming on the channel soon, but I know you guys love a tape hunt with me, so let's go and see what we can find over on Amazon tonight. Amazon? eBay. God, that was a nice segue, wasn't it? Well done. You can tell why I'm a writer and not a TV presenter, can't you? Shandy. Helps everyone. Well, it helps me. So the first things I see here, we've got the usual suspects. This one keeps coming up, this Gremlins box set. It's Gremlins big box. Love Gremlins. Friday the 13th Part 3, the movie where Jason gets the mask. Exorcist 3. That's 40 quid for Friday the 13th Part 3. Exorcist 3 X rental. 16.50. That's okay. It will normally be around a tenner, I'd say, for that. Mind Killer, you don't see that around much. Ooh, Subspecies. Now, I have Subspecies, not on X rental, but I do have Subspecies. I'm going to open that up and have a look at the person's other listings, because that's quite interesting there. They've got £5 to bid on it, or £12 buy it now. So we can see what else they've got. Let's see what else is down here. Picked for me. Thank you, eBay. So we've got The Dentist and The Dentist 2. Those really made me uncomfortable. I have a terrible thing about dentists. My dentist is lovely, but you know, they freak me out, and I'm sure others can relate to this as well. What else have we got here? Friday the 13th Part 2, The Creeps, Monster Dog, Deliver Us from Evil. You know, these suggestions are getting better. They are getting better. Doesn't look like there's anything exciting in that bundle there. X rental of Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, for a tenner. That's a good price. That's a great movie. That is my personal favourite of all the Jason movies, of all the Friday the 13th movies, because I think it's the most Friday the 13th of them. You know, when all the cliches had come together, the mask, the teens, they've got Tommy Jarvis in it, the kills, it all comes together nicely as a Jason movie, and I like that. What else have we got here? We've got someone asking for 15 quid for Rejuvenator. Now, I was curious about Rejuvenate for a long time, and just because of the cover art is amazing. Fantastic cover art. I mean, look at that. It's so cool. A vision of beauty born in hell. That is a great cover. So when I finally saw it, I was a little disappointed to find out that it's remarkably cheap, remarkably low budget, and doesn't really deliver on its promise. 4 mouldy Medusa tapes. 4 more mouldy Medusa tapes. Crikey. Although that user there with those mouldy tapes is called Revenge of Pumpkinhead, so that deserves a look at their listings, to be honest. Okay, so we've got a VHS Big Box Bundle horror, thriller, drama movies. 18 of them for 30 quid. That's not bad, but I see nothing of much interest there at all. I can see there's like Interview the Vampire and Ninth Gate and things that are really easy to come by, so that's not one for me, really. This person is listing In the Mouth of Madness for £6, so that's a decent price. I did pick up some stuff this week, actually, this past week, which I'll show you in a moment. Let's get some of these open. Paper House, 3 quid. That's worth a look at the other listings. And let's find another. Necromancer for 99p. That may well be the same same person I've got up elsewhere. But yes, I picked up some stuff. Oh yeah, this isn't a tape. Start with this. This isn't 2 tapes. I got the Hit My Name in Black and Gold, which is a biography of how the Sisters of Mercy started up, so that's exciting. That's just that, but you know, I got a volume of One Punch Man. Love One Punch Man, and I got 3 tapes. So I did shoot I got these in Sheffield, visited my hometown for a couple of days, took the kids swimming at Ponds Forge, hung out, went and met family and ran into friends, that sort of thing. But I did manage to find some tapes while there. Did shoot a little haul video with the kids. Haven't been able to edit that yet, so it's me saying this on here tonight. So I got a sell-through mass market version of Mallrats because I love Mallrats. You know, I worked in a shopping centre long enough. I feel like I'll always be a Mallrat at heart. I got a screener of Mortal Kombat, the 1995 version, which is in splendid condition. It's only £1, so it's Mortal Kombat 1995. It's got the sample cover on it, and that, my dears, is a screener tape. So yeah, not for public viewing. This film is uncertificated, so I will have to look into whether this differs from the version that got released. That could be good. I mean, it's the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie, so I know that it's limited in its goodness, but I did enjoy it at the time. I still enjoy it to this day, to be honest. And I got, in a little less great condition, I got the Clive Barker Underworld movie. So the one that Clive Barker disowned. I picked this up as my friend from the band I play with, Derek. He watched this recently with his other half and commented on the aesthetic of it, and it's been too long since I've seen this. So it's a Vestron video. Is it a Vestron case? No, it's not a Vestron case, but I did only pay like £1 for this plus postage. So this is a nice one. I'm yet to stick it in the player yet, but I am pleased to have this in the collection. Slowly getting there to turn the collection to just X rentals. I will get there. I will transform them. There will be some stuff going on eBay and stuff like that to try and fuel my continuing addiction and fascination with X rental videotapes. So back to eBay. What have we got open over here? So let's have a look at this Subspecies. That is a nice looking tape. I love Subspecies. Absolutely adore it. With the available budget, I think that Ted Nicolau did a great job there. Let's have a look at the tape. Jesus, that is in a state. Look at the mold on that beast. That's a shame. Let's see what else is on those listings anyway, because that was a good price for those. The Fog for a £5, the Fury for £3. WWE 4 VHS for £2.20. That's not bad at all. I'll be looking at that one. Kill Me Tomorrow. That's one of those knockoff screen type things from the end of VHS being a thing. Gordon the Gopher. No. Cradle of Fear. An ex that was obsessed with that film. It wasn't really for me. Didn't do it for me. Although it had Emily Bouffant in it, who was cool. That was the best part of it. Sense of Horror High. A few interesting things there. Regenerator. Very rare case of videotape. Vintage. Let's have a look at that. Oh, Maniac Cop for a £5. I wonder if these have got mould on them. See, after seeing the mouldy tape, I'd be kind of in two minds whether or not to order it at all. To buy from the seller at all. But yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, so me overreacting. Which happens, you know. Maniac Cop 2's looking good there. Okay, so over on this Friday the 13th, part 6, which is £10, decent amount. Let's see what else is on these listings here. Jabberwocky, Old President's Man, Colour of Night. Phantasm 3 for a £5, that's not bad at all. Fritz the Cat. Postman Always Rings Twice. Scream 2, Pinocchio. Oh my god. Star Trek The Next Generation from when that was in video stores. Generation X. The first X-Men movie.
So yeah, Wolverine and Deadpool is a big thing at the moment, so don't forget that this exists. This was the first ever X-Men movie to ever be made, and it, you know, predates the Bryan Singer movies, although it was shot in the same X-Mansion building. So this was a TV movie. It had a budget of about $4 million. It had Matt Frewer, Max Headroom as the villain. The X-Men characters in it were like Banshee and Emma Frost leading the Generation X school. It was a 90s comic book spin-off from the X-Men, so it's got like Jubilee in it and Skin and Mondo. The casting was all over the place. Banshee and Emma Frost were fine. Jubilee was white. She's played by Heather McComb. That was terrible. That was not a great idea. But I have a very, very, very soft spot for this movie. Still have the original rental copy that I rented from at the video store in Mailing Bridge in Sheffield. It was Metro Video. Still have the original copy that they let me buy after the first weekend of rental. So it had some rentals. They said, come back on Monday and we'll sell you one. So they did, and I've cherished it ever since. Yeah, it has its detractors. It's cheap. It didn't really work. It was supposed to be a backdoor TV pilot. It has loads of problems with it, but in 1996, we were very limited for comic book movies that were any good at all. So I was grateful that it existed at all. So nothing else there, but that's cool. This is amazing. To me, it's amazing anyway. So I'm a big TNG fan. So this is when the series was being brought to video stores. So the sell-through ones were on, you know, small box tapes, but there was a fair few of them. I think it was only the first season where they were released to video stores, so you could rent 2 episodes of Star Trek Next Generation at a time. Remember, the first time I saw it was with a rental copy of Encounter at Farpoint, and yeah, it's weird thinking that was the thing then, because these things are so freely available on streaming now. Let's have a look at this one where the former Juicer tapes are mouldy. So what are the movies anyway? Jakarta, Getting It Right, The Surrogate, Wheels of Terror. But that is inspiring me to look at the seller's other items. So if you see something related to things that you like, always check the seller's other items, because you'll come up with some cool stuff a lot of the time. Like that, 10 empty VHS videotape covers. Awesome, big box covers. So they've just dismantled them and sell them separately, I guess. Shaolin Ninja. Ultimax Force. That was shite, but I loved it. I had a cardboard slipcase edition of this that I got from a market, because they were ninjas and they were commandos in an action movie, and I was all about ninjas at one point. In fact, somewhere in the deep dark history of this channel, there is a video all about me looking up Ninja VHS. So that's really cool. I love that. So I like it that there is the option to get this stuff in parts or buy those cases on their own. That's pretty cool, because a lot of people want to repurpose them, replace cases on stuff they've already got. I think that's a good idea to get the use out of this stuff and make it available, because there will still be people that want to see it, want to buy it. So yeah, I get that. Right, let's see what this guy's got, who's selling In the Mouth of Madness. Love this movie. Cabaret, that's pretty scary. Ghost of Mars, House on Haunted Hill, Pool and Stir of Echoes. £1 for 4 tapes. If you want those to fill gaps in your collection, why not? Why not? Go for your life. Star Night, don't see that very often. £5, that's not bad. Incubus, 25. Doppelganger for a £5, not bad at all. Wes Craven Presents Carnival of Souls. Only watch the original, that's terrible. Avoid that version. But do honestly go and watch Carnival of Souls, the 1962 version, because that is amazing. Nightmares in a Damaged Brain for $9.99. With only 19 hours left. Is this covered in mold? Let's have a look. Was it a boot? Is it covered in mold? It's got some cover damage there. X-rays, World Video 2000. That's not looking bad, and that is a rare ass tape. Tom Savini. Showing the picture quality. $9.99 for that. Is there an issue? Reproduction sleeve. There you go. That's why it's so cheap. Oh well. Let's see what's on the listings for this user that's got Paper House. There we are. Let's check this out. Always worth seeing, especially if they've got a cool username. Cellar Dweller for a tenner. Not bad. SS Experiment Camp, thankfully with some parts of the cover covered up. I Spit in Your Grave. They've got some heavy hitters here. Driller Killer. Zombie Creeping Flesh. Nice. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is a serious collection. Man, are you sure you want to sell these? Dude, you could regret some of those. I certainly did when I sold my collection off. And some Spice Girl things. So that's getting closed. But anyway, so to end this look through what's going on eBay and what's available at the moment, let's have a look at this Necromancer. 99p. Not the greatest movie. Has zero build-up. But you never know what you're going to find in the sales of their items. Incubus, Intruder, Necromancer. £3.01 for eight cult horror and cult VHS. That's not bad. Because there's a Wishmaster there, Wicker Man, Day of the Dead, Texas Chainsaw, Children of the Corn, Scanners. You know, $7.50 for Watchers, 99p for Bad Taste. Bad Taste. Witchcraft. Shite. Don't go there. 99p for 3 Redemption tapes. That's not bad. Those are getting scarce now. Sinister Erotica, Deep Red, and Virgin Among the Living Dead for 99p. Bid on those, man. Bid on those. Some magazines of books. Rabid from Cronenberg. There's some cool stuff there. Always remember to look at sellers' other items because you don't know what you're going to find. There is a lot out there. There's a lot out there. And while you're waiting for your tapes to arrive from eBay, do go and check out vhsatemybrain 2, The Revenge. And again, thank you for checking it out so far. I really appreciate it. Look out for the new VHS 8 My Brain podcast coming soon, and do look out for more videos here right on the Planet Hex channel, which is turning into the VHS 8 My Brain channel pretty much. But that's what you guys seem to enjoy from me, so that's what I'll keep bringing you. But there will be some more Right in Life content and some other different stuff coming soon just to mix it up a bit. I may up the frequency of videos for a little while to keep the VHS stuff coming, because I really love making that for you, and put some new stuff out there as well. But anyway, I'm Andrew Horn. This is my Planet Hex, and it's the only one I've got, so I might as well enjoy it. Please do like and subscribe if you like this sort of thing, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.